Do you like to sing Christmas carols? Yeah. Do you like that carol? So you want to sing it? All right, you got to sing loud, okay? So here we go. Angels we have heard on high. Here we go. Angels we have heard on high, sweetly singing o'er the plains, and the mountains in reply, echoing their joyous strains. Gloria in excelsis Deo. Gloria in excelsis Deo. Shepherds, why this jubilee? Why your joyous strains prolong? What the gladsome tidings be, which inspire your heavenly home? Gloria in excelsis Deo. Gloria in excelsis Deo. Come to Bethlehem and see him whose birth the angels sing. Come adore on bended knee Christ the Lord, the newborn King. Glory in excelsis Deo. Gloria in excelsis Deo. Last verse now. See him in a manger laid, whom the choirs of angels praise. Mary, Joseph, lend your aid, while our hearts in love we raise. Gloria in excelsis Deo. Gloria in excelsis Deo. All right, give yourself a hand. You did a great job. Christmas, wow, what a great time of year. And so I want to start the message perhaps with a little bit of, maybe a little bit of laughter if you get it, okay? So here we go. On one Christmas Eve, Pete and Jane were driving their friend Rudolph back to his house. The weather outside was frightful. Jane asked Pete, "Do you think that's sleet or rain out there?" "It's rain, Jane," said Pete. "Well, I think it's sleet," Pete said. Rudolph chimed in, "It's definitely rain, Jane." "No, I really think it's sleet, Rudolph." "Don't argue with the expert, Jane," said Pete. "What do you mean, Pete?" asked Jane. Pete replied, "Rudolph the red-nosed rain, dear." I got a copy of that if you want to read it to get it later on. So, the greatest story ever told. It's our Christmas series this year. The title of the message this morning is The Unspeakable Gift. Look with me in 2 Corinthians chapter 9 and verse 15, and then you can flip over to Romans chapter 5 and verse 15 if you'd like to. The verses will appear on the screen in just a moment. Just think about that title just for a moment before we read the text. The greatest story ever told is this unspeakable gift. The Apostle Paul, in his letter to the church at Corinth, made this statement in chapter 9 and verse 15. Thanks be to God for his indescribable gift, translated the unspeakable gift, the inexplainable gift. The Apostle Paul would also write in his Romans letter in Romans chapter 5 and verse 15, but the free gift is not like the transgression. For if by the transgression of the one that many died, talking about Adam, much more, get this, much more did the grace of God and the gift by the grace of the one man, Jesus Christ, abound to the many. Thanks be to God for his indescribable gift. Each year, I'm sure most of you, we try to think about that distinctive, that very unique gift to give that one or maybe several persons in our lives. And we wrap our gifts, all nice and all neat, and we put that special bow on top. I'm not gifted in wrapping presents. How many of you feel like you're pretty gifted in wrapping presents? And you admit it, okay? The rest of us just kind of fall in the same category. We're not that good about wrapping. It's like the guy said, if you ever saw a butcher wrapping pork chops, then you get an idea how I wrap presents. But we try, we wrap that present. Sometimes the wrapping itself. Our chaplains, we had a meeting the other day, and we were in the home of one of our chaplains, and it was beautifully decorated. It's gorgeous, and I noticed, in fact, I took pictures of it to show my wife. They had packages under their Christmas tree, and they were wrapped in brown paper, and everything was I looked closely, everything was it was gorgeous. The wrapping, everything was in detail there, and they had these black ribbons around it with kind of a gold trim, and they had this beautiful black and gold bow on top of it, and you seldom sometimes ever notice, gift wrapping, but for some reason that evening I looked at that, and I thought, man, those are absolutely beautiful. The wrapping, the way they wrap those. And we do that. Sometimes we wrap, and the care that we put into it, may speak to the kind of gift inside and just maybe the love in which this gift is going to be given to someone. On that Christmas day in Bethlehem, God gave us the most perfect gift we could ever receive. This gift wrapped in swaddling clothes. That was the wrapping of this gift. This gift that was wrapped in swaddling clothes, laid in a manger, was a gift given to all of us, and it came right from the very heart of God. Because why? Because he loves us. We are his loved ones. We are a people that he calls his very own. Once we were not a people, but now, believing in Jesus Christ and receiving God's gift, we now have become the people of God. Because God has always desired to have a people he could call his own. And receiving this gift has made us to become his people, the people of his very own. On that night, just like a proud father, God sent angels to a Bethlehem hillside and gave the birth announcement to some shepherds on that hillside, and he sent his angels, dispatched them to pronounce the birth of his son. I believe they rushed to see the baby and the place where this baby was born, in this animal-sheltered place, where he laid in a feeding trough as a makeshift crib. I saw something funny on Facebook. I don't mean to take this message at the beginning here lightly, but I got to share it because it was absolutely one of the cutest things, but one of the funniest things I've seen. Maybe you saw it also. When I saw it, I said, Marilyn, you got to see this. It was a picture of two animals. I think it was like a cow and a donkey, and they were looking down into the manger. They were looking down into the manger, and one of them said to the other, says, look, somebody put a baby in our salad.